I don't want anyone breaking their arm in my garage. I'm just going to throw that out there. Ah! God!
I don't think anyone is working out at this time of morning. All the garage doors are closed.
No, did you bring the arm wrestling table in my car?
Wait, you have an arm wrestling table?
So I thought we were going to bring it. Maybe we can find someone here.
Look behind you.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense.
What do we have here?
James?
The
Hello,
professor.
young man. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh gosh. Okay.
We were just on our morning walk, and is it safe to arm wrestle in the morning like this?
It is. I recommend it, actually.
You professored us last time, but we didn't really do anything like actual movement versus type thing. So we should probably do that this time.
Okay.
You think I have a chance against any of these guys?
So Gary has very limited arm wrestling experience. Like, he's only practiced with us a couple times.
Yep.
And same with Anthony. Like, Anthony is very new to it. But I don't know about Chad, Jason, or Johnny. Those guys have been arm wrestling for like more than a decade.
What is that thing over there?
That's an arm wrestling table. I know it's been a while.
Yeah, a real table.
Yes.
With real legs and real elbow pads.
You see how I'm palming the peg?
Yeah.
This allows me to turn in if I want to hook, and push if I want to top roll.
Oh.
So the reason why I want to push.
Oh, we
if I'm
just
gonna
did
top
chest
roll.
yesterday.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm all warmed up for this.
Okay, good.
I didn't know there's any pushing in arm wrestling.
Oh, there's a lot of pushing in arm wrestling. A lot of arm wrestlers stop bench pressing when they start arm wrestling because their bench press goes down. Yeah.
Really?
And it's sore, and your shoulders get really tight. And I tell them,
So you're saying bench pressing is bad for arm wrestling?
no, bench pressing is great for arm wrestling, but arm wrestlers don't do it.
Okay.
And because they don't like, it's like an ego thing. They don't like seeing their numbers go down, and their shoulders are sore all the time. So they just stop doing it.
So they're just too fatigued to progress at bench press from arm wrestling.
But if they did, they'd see that having that pectoral strength is important.
I'm tired just standing here, just
So
holding on
we'll
to
do
your
it.
hand. There's a lot of thinking here. There's a lot of coordination. It's like up, down, left, right. Let me try a hook now.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's kind of a hook. That's more of what we would call a half hook.
Really quick crash course in defining all those.
Sure, a press. Okay. Not something I recommend people who are just starting out to do. Okay. Is when you take your shoulder and you're putting it behind your hand and wrist, and you're pushing down.
Oh God.
That way. Okay.
This is weird.
And that's one of the reasons why having a strong pectoral is important. Is you're doing this
Bench pressing
and
their arm
driving
into the-
down. Yeah.
Bench pressing my arm into the mat, man.
So a shoulder roll is similar. And a lot of people, when they see somebody shoulder roll, they think they're aiming here.
Yeah.
Because usually that's where they end up pinning people. But when you're shoulder rolling, you're actually aiming down here. You want to pin them back here. You know, it's just a lot of times they get pulled out of that position. But a shoulder roll is almost like a hook because you're turning in, but you're getting your shoulder behind your arm, and you're almost using your pec to keep them there. And then you're driving down with your body weight more than anything.
Post is it like basketball, post up?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's more this.
Oh.
And it's a great defense against a hook.
Huh.
Like if you go to turn and hook me, all right, you see how I pulled back against your fingers and pulled back towards my shoulder? That's to keep you out of your hook.
And does Devin Larratt do that all the time?
Devin
post?
Larratt does just about everything. When you learn to backflip, you know, it took time for you to be able to actually do a fluid backflip, right?
Yeah.
But after a while, you knew what to feel for.
Okay.
And it's the same thing with arm wrestling. A lot of what I would do was I'd feel where the person was going to go when I was gripping up with them, and then I would use a move that would work around their strengths, essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you study people's strengths beforehand?
A lot, yeah.
Okay.
A question: How is it to train with people who aren't of your strength? Like, it seems like you can do that.
Oh, absolutely.
So how would you do that if your training partners like, you know, aren't
Okay.
elite arm wrestlers? How do you work with?
I can show you using Tom. Take your finger, your index finger, and put it right here. Your other one, on your other hand. On your other hand. Just right there. All right,
Is
now
this like
grab on
putting your finger down before you tie a knot?
and tighten up as much as you can. Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to let go.
I was supposed to let go of my left.
Yeah, yeah.
I was confused of what was going on. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this some sort of Shaolin monk?
Okay.
So really tighten up, tighten
Okay.
everything up. I'm going to give you everything I have.
really?
You ready?
Oh wait, I'm not in my position.
Okay, don't let that finger slip.
Okay. Don't
Yeah, I
mess
wanna-
with me, James. don't feed the ego. I'm gonna post this picture on Instagram of just your
all
hand
right,
in my
that's all
hand.
right. All right, I felt it slipping out, which is why I let up.
Okay.
I don't. If it slips out, you're gonna get hurt.
Oh,
I don't want
sweet.
that.
Great.
So, all right.
Well, I need a little chalk. Can
Okay,
you chalk
get some
my,
chalk.
Can I
There you
chalk
go.
my index?
As long as you're stopping my pronation
Okay.
and you keep your arm tense enough.
What the hell is going on? How is this working? What is the mechanics of this?
I don't understand. Is this some Hojo Undo stuff we got going on here?
You can train with somebody that doesn't have the same kind of arm strength. that you
Oh, interesting.
Or the other thing you can do is use bands. So I have my little medieval torture device here.
So this is making it hard for you just to exist.
So it's this direction. You don't want to come directly across. I tell people when they're training side pressure to train it either standing up and pushing from a decent angle, never directly across, or to use one piece to come to the side, or to be in a finished position with your arm open up this way, just so you don't develop elbow and shoulder issues. So, but again, if I take this here and then I grip up with you, or not. So now
I would
this
never think of this as a plan.
this would make it a lot harder for me to pin you.
you?
Not as hard as the one finger.
Okay.
So, but it would make it a lot harder for me to pin you.
Yeah, I
Now,
lost tension. Yeah.
that padded ankle strap, and I put it around my wrist here, and then I have nothing impeding my hand, and I load weight from it,
Okay.
which is how I used to train with guys. Then it's like my hand is free. I have nothing in my hand but your hand. And I have that with a weight stack hanging from a loading pin, and I can struggle that way. You don't have to have an equally strong person to be able to train.
But you do need an arm wrestling table.
You,
And technique.
We found that out yesterday.
yeah.
And technique, because I do want to arm wrestle against Juji, but do I trust him doing these methods at this point? I don't.
I think if you use the finger, I think
Yeah.
you would be fine.
Okay. I don't know if I trust him like laying off if the finger goes. I've trusted you to not hurt
Well,
me.
I felt your finger start to slip.
And then you stop. Yeah, and then you chilled out.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I trusted Juji to stop. There's a bunch of grip stuff in this garage, and we're not doing it because you arseholes don't want grip videos, so you can go suck on your own faces. We'll be training grip with you guys because we want to actually train grip,
Yeah, tell him.
but we're not going to film it. Because, oh my god, the stuff we do doesn't get filmed sometimes. There's blackout when we're training without a camera.
Warmed up, are you?
A little bit.
Okay, me too.
Because you guys are both pretty new to this, and I don't want anyone breaking their arm in my garage. I'm just going to throw that out there. Are you doing like a ready go kind of thing, or are you guys just going to start pulling? And
Can you do the official judge thing where you
All right.
massage our hands for about a minute
Okay.
and we're worn out
Okay.
before we even start?
there you go.
Cheaper than a Southeast Asian masseuse right here.
Ready? Go. Okay, Gary, watch your position. Turn your shoulder in. Turn your shoulder in. Okay. Yep. So when I say turn this shoulder in, so you stay in a safe position. So your opposite shoulder. Yep.
I'm trying a top roll technique. Am
Okay.
I pushing or?
You're gonna push.
I'm pushing.
Try to get your palm here.
Okay.
Right about there. Okay. So when you push and get this foot off the table, point it in this direction, like
Alright.
towards where the referee would be standing.
Oh,
Because
I
you
see.
want everything to fluidly just go in this direction.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You go. There it is. Winner.
Was that a top roll?
That was a top roll.
Okay.
And it wasn't bad. It was a little stiff, but
What do you mean when it's stiff?
I don't want you to be insulted like this by this, but
Oh, please insult him.
no, I won't. It's kind of like when you are teaching kids how to throw,
Yeah.
and you got that 9-year-old girl on the team that goes like this and like shot puts the ball.
Call me never. Yowzers.
You get them throwing right,
At one here and several special guests throwing out the first pitch.
and then after a while, it gets more and more fluid. It looks really stiff and awkward at first, but the more repetitions they get in, I hurt your feelings, didn't I?
No, you gotta watch them throw a ball. No, you gotta watch them throw it when I'm doing the hook, which I prefer. I feel like everything is coordinated at once.
Yeah.
That I felt like, this, and this, which was like all stepwise, and I felt it was choppy.
Ready, go. Okay, same thing, Gary. Turn your shoulder. Okay, good.
You want to turn the other way.
Straight. Ready, go. Okay, watch.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff over there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what you were doing just now was good. It was more of what we would call that half hook, where you're kind of just turning down, driving to the side. If you were able to kind of turn this way, give like ulnar deviation. So
That's the hard part. It's like, I can't get my hand to do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying, so I gotta be like this.
So yeah.
That was the one thing I was thinking about. I was like, how come it's not happening?
So that's that radial deviation, and then when you're over here and you have your wrist bent, square your shoulder in, and you have your wrist bent. Now you're driving off your hip instead of pushing. I want you to keep this here, okay, solid with this, and one piece fall to the side and pronate. Yep. Like that. The problem is you're allowing them a chance to get back in the match if they have a very strong wrist and bottom fingers where they can turn you. Yeah. So if you continue to move back as you're going to the side and stop thinking about this and start thinking about pinning the person here, then it's like they can't get back in.
Yeah.
They're flat-handed and there's no way for them to turn back in. So are we doing like ready goes?
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna get my dick kicked in.
Yes.
So, what's the best play to actually learn from this?
Why don't you, because we've done a lot of top rolling, you and I.
Okay.
Why don't you turn into a hook?
Okay.
All right. Now gradually build up pressure with Johnny, and Johnny, let him pin you, let him pull you to this direction. All right. And we're gonna look at Tom's form here. Okay. Good. That's very good. All right. Your body's separating from the table a little bit too much.
So I need to so ride the table and then pull.
Remember we were talking about pushing off your hip?
Okay.
Yeah, like look at Johnny.
Can I see that?
Drive your hip off the table.
Oh, okay. I'm driving my left hip off
Yep.
off
Try
the
to
table.
bring this foot forward a little bit.
Okay.
So that when you're going to pin, your elbow was perfect. Your elbow like came off the side of the table. That was perfect.
Like
you
this?
you just want your knee to bend as you're finishing.
Okay. So kind of rotate like this.
Yep. There you go. But your foot could be forward a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're comfortable there, because
Sure. Yeah.
because you don't look comfortable.
I'm okay.
You look a little uncomfortable. Gary has a way of making people feel comfortable too.
I still have my pants on.
Drive to the side.
That's all you really got to block with. It's like the hinge on that thumbs. It's all right. Rotates out of the thumb.
Good. Good. Very good.
I'm really trying.
Yeah, you guys are.
I can feel it in my my chest. Yeah.
You guys are gonna be so sore.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So how was
In
the
advance.
movement?
It was good.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
I was trying to get the radial deviation with the hook.
Well, with the hook,
not.
I want you to think more of supination
Okay.
with your wrist,
Yep.
and then more of what we would call ulnar deviation, but with a bent wrist. So you're coming this way. You find yourself just standing there doing stuff like this, and it looks like you're practicing masturbation.
Sure.
Yeah. Cut that wrist in now. There you go. Thank you, Jonathan.
Okay.
Johnny Edwards.
Luckily, my wrist is not in the greatest of shape.
Okay,
right
hip
now.
up, hip up, hip up. There you go. But okay, so one piece with the
Okay.
hip up. Here, I'm gonna keep my hip into the table.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come this way. Okay. This is gonna be one piece. You want to almost imagine there's like a steel rod in between here and here, and it doesn't move. So tense your arm up, and then it's that. So I'm pushing off my hip, and I'm finishing over here. See my knee bending?
Right.
Just like that. It's all fluid. One piece.
Oh, the hip. Yo.
Do the hips lie?
They've never lied to me.
There
Mine.
you go.
Oh, okay, the hook. Yeah.
There you go. Push off the hip. Keep coming to the side. Right.
Okay, I felt the better push off the hip when I was actually using the table.
St. Thomas over here.
Okay,
He's got it.
that's fun. My right wrist is a little
iffy.
Okay.
So I don't want to be.
Don't
wanna be a
overdo
little
it.
careful.
Use table at your own risk.
So Anthony is a bit of experience, how much?
2 practices.
Okay.
Anthony is a very
Yeah.
he's a high level grip guy.
Okay, cool.
But he's a lightweight guy. I think.
Yeah,
157.
I like ready to go.
So,
Okay. All right. Come. I was gonna say come off his thumb a little bit. So your thumb knuckles have to show right here. Yep.
I like that.
Yeah. As long as they're showing a little bit. If you can see a little bit of thumb knuckle, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So straight. Ready, go. Whoa! The Juji monster.
That was good.
Was that a top roll?
That was a good top roll.
Okay.
Look at you.
I'm having trouble discerning between the different techniques.
Post,
Yeah.
top roll,
Yeah.
kind of a posting top roll.
Yeah.
Hook,
Let me try a hook again.
drag hook, shoulder roll, press.
There you go.
Look at this guy. That was more of a half hook.
Yeah,
That was a half hook.
Yeah, but that again, it's not a bad technique.
So a full hook would be more like this.
Yeah, like you're looking for depth, and then you're trying to turn your knuckles this way. So when you do that, watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. Okay, so do that again real
Yeah.
quick, and watch what happens to my hand.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So what happens when?
You lost everything.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
now I'm pulling.
So that
from
was that a game of speed he was playing then? He was trying to
Yep.
pew as fast as possible. Every time he explains something and starts moving around, it's just sort of scary. I don't know. There's
I'll be
something it's something about the way you've never gone hard on this. It's just like, ugh, I don't want to know what's going to happen.
So yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
See where my hand ended up? Yeah. You want to practice that with Johnny? Let him hit you into a hook, and then tense up when he starts driving you towards the bottom. Okay.
All right. Ready? Oh god.
It transfers over to.
Okay. So this time, stop him like 3/4 and make him work for the pin.
Okay.
Like what got me, I was at a point I was deadlifting like upper.
God. He just put a wall up,
That's a lot higher than 3/4, Johnny.
He just stopped.
All right.
He beat Jeff Dave.
No. The internet thought he did because she was practicing on Jeff Dave, and Jeff Dave wasn't trying, and they're like, "Oh my God, Juji beat him!"
Well, you know what it is, and I think what Jeff said, and I understand it, is sometimes you grab somebody who's a really good amateur, and they're strong.
Oh yeah.
They put you in a position where you can't pull out of. Yeah, and when you're in that, Juji's a strong guy, so if he's got you in an angle where, I could see where Jeff would have trouble pulling him out of there.
Yeah, he still wasn't. We were just practicing. It was really actually not an actual match.
Yeah.
There was no match.
Yeah. Go. Good. Okay, so you're separating a little bit too much. That's all right. He felt better that time?
Yeah.
Like a lot of times what you'll see is guys who are amateurs, they get to a position and they don't stop themselves. Their arm will open up a whole bunch.
Yeah.
When they should stop themselves and then work into a different position so that they can kind of give it a rest.
Yeah.
I actually got into a bad habit when I stopped arm wrestling. My last year, my bicep had gotten to the point where it was probably the strongest thing on my arm, and people would hit me to here, and sometimes I'd hit somebody almost to the pad, and I'd feel myself wearing out, so I'd just stand up and let them pull me over to here. And wait about 20 seconds, because usually I find it's about 20 seconds before somebody cooks out, and then pull through them.
So you let them get in a position where they burn themselves out, where you were okay.
You there, and then stand up, and then transition.
Is there a Queen's move?
Yes.
There is?
Yes. It's
Called left-handed arm wrestling.
yes. The Queen's move is this.
Yeah, the only one of the thing with the buttons is cheese that are black, but the left turn is black. And sure.
See Johnny switching pressure on me, trying to pronate through my wrist.
You're wearing flip-flops, I don't think that's helping you.
I mean,
No, that's
Larry Wheels does PRs and flip flops. It's okay.
ready. Go. There it is. Look at this guy.
Side pressure
Yeah.
is great lefty.
Yeah.
Good side pressure.
You want to pull him lefty, Chad?
I only got two moves,
much do you weigh,
Chad.
Johnny?
No, we're a little
190,
big up,
200?
220.
220. Okay.
Oh man, what do you do for a living?
I go on brake press operator. That's what I do for a living.
Does it require a lot of hand strength?
Not really.
Does it require a lot of moving hands?
I just pick up sheet metal and break it in the machine. It's pretty light stuff.
How big is your hand?
I didn't realize your hand. There you go.
Do the same thing. You just sideways. Hurry, hurry,
Yeah. I swear that's the one thing that makes you strong in arm wrestling. It's
We got sweat on the nose on
Yeah.
Jujimufu right now.
Oh, gosh, gosh.
guy.
Yeah. Chad has the Endure.
Juji, you got a future. I gotta say it.
I have that.
Good pull.
You let me have that.
Pull it out. I'm burned out, man.
Yeah, but you know
job.
what? 5 hours from now, he'll beat you every time.
Well, 5 hours from now, I'm gonna be complaining to Sam how much my arm
5
hurts.
hours.
Like, one of the things I would do for recovery is like a lot of just light repetitions.
Okay.
You know?
Bands and such.
No, I would use like a weight stack, but I would just kind of go light and just try to get. Are you doing a ready go with this person?
I'm not gonna actually fire off.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Ready go.
Oh! Oh, man.
Johnny's Edwards.
Nice. Good job.
Ready go. I seriously like. Oh, nice. All right, work your shoulder behind it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so don't. Yeah, yeah.
half
all right.
hook.
Look at him changing
half
position. You're a pretty quick study.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to learn this stuff, actually. You know, I didn't understand angles like everyone
I
else.
think the only thing I'm trying is if this doesn't work anymore, I'm just gonna switch.
But-
That's all I'm
but-
doing. It's like this hurts. Let me try something different.
He's keeping pressure going that way, though, right? Yeah. So that's good. As long as you're keeping positive pressure, you know, being able to. That's how you learn to really arm wrestle. All right, there we go.
Ooh, where's he
All
going?
right, all right, all right.
Whoa, where's he going?
All right, so watch his position, Johnny. Just watch his position. Okay. Oh, Jesus. All right, so good. Turn in. Now work your shoulder behind you. Okay. All right, let's drag
It
hook.
feels really,
So-
really good when he.
Yeah, so he kind of drag, hooked, and rolled. That's a good move.
I want to learn how to do this press move.
Okay.
That's what I keep going, and every time I try to do that, I just get my ass handed to me.
First off, because he's taller and has longer arms, is the hook advantageous in this matchup?
See, I think longer arms are advantageous for almost everything.
So I need to kind of
You
bring my
know,
head forward.
I think some guys can have an extremely short arm and a big hand and make you feel really awkward when you have to go down to them.
Okay.
They put you at an angle where maybe you're not as
What do I do
strong.
with this hand?
But having longer arms, I think, is advantageous. Like we talked the other day about Devin Lorette.
Right.
I mean, his arm length is just optimal. I
Yeah.
mean, you
Okay.
can't have a better arm length for this sport.
The internet wanted ready goes and some matches, so that's why we put it forward. We need a little clickbait on this, and we actually want to train this smartly. So Juji, just stop, dude. You're gonna get another bacterial infection. You're gonna look odd. Actually rubbed it so hard that you got infections.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please stop. We're going.
Are your hands clean?
Hey,
Touch my arms?
I'm not touching your arms. You know who we're going to on Monday?
Yeah.
The arm toucher.
Yeah, we need
He's
to go.
actually Ken. He's our massage dude. Self massage or massage stuff for arm wrestling.
I do. I'm a big fan of deep tissue massage, and I mean like so deep that I'm in terrible pain when it's happening, and I feel lightheaded afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, people don't tend to stay in arm wrestling because of the pain. So you know, you have to be patient enough to rest. And you know, so many guys, they want to arm wrestle like twice a week. Sometimes I know guys who arm wrestle every day. And the problem becomes when you do that. I mean, when are you recovering? When are you resting?
It seems like something really hard to recover from.
Yeah, and soft tissue takes, I mean, a minimum of like 3 weeks to really recover. You know, so my thing is, I tell people when they start out, arm wrestle, you know, even if you do it, you know, once a week is good. But then when you get to a point where, you know, you really know what you're doing, you know your way around the table, you don't need to arm wrestle every week. I mean, because it makes it hard to get strong. The great thing about arm wrestling, though, is once your body gets acclimated to it, the soreness, it goes sort of like this. Like, let's say you arm wrestled today, Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday, you wouldn't feel that bad. You'd actually be like, wow, this is weird. I feel great. Monday, you'd be in utter pain. You would just feel awful.
Okay.
And then Tuesday, you would feel ready to train again. It is the strangest thing. I don't know the explanation to it, but everyone will tell you the same thing, that second day pain is the worst.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, next time we see you, I think we should do some grip strength for arm wrestling,
Yes.
all that kind of stuff. By that time,
I'm getting
people will be down
PTSD
for
over
it.
here. Sorry.